everybody. We are going to be explaining how to make a mask for nurses in the hospital. A lot of you probably already know that there's a shortage of masks right now, and although there's a lot of companies that are going to be making masks, that it's going to be a little bit of a delay with that, and we want to make sure that our nurses are protected right now. And I reached out to Vanderbilt Hospital, and they are absolutely accepting these cloth masks that they can then sterilize or even just take home and wash with their scrubs and bring right back to work. So this is a great way for you to volunteer right now. You're sitting at home, probably a lot of time on your hands, and you can do this as a family or a church family. Make these masks, take them down to a nursing home or a hospital, and bless them with the protection that they need right now. We're starting with two pieces of 100% cotton, which that is what we need for it to be CDC recommended and approved. So 100% cotton, and you want to take a 6x9, and then you want to take and put right side to right side. And we're going to pin these so that it doesn't slip. Okay, now we've got it pinned, and we're going to start a little past halfway on the side for the seam because we want to have room to turn this right side out in a moment. If you want to explain about putting the elastic in.
Yes, so you put the elastic in when you reach about an inch away from the edge. You're just going to put it like that. That might seem strange, but if you think about it, when you turn it right side out, it's actually going to be on the outside. So be very careful not to run over your fingers when you start sewing again. So there's actually a shortage of elastic, so some hair bands will work, which we are using right now, actually. We're going to stop, do the same thing again.
So we're just going around and making our seam, and then she's going to put the other elastic in on the other side. And again, we had trouble finding elastic. Seems like it's sold out even online. But you do have to be careful what kind of hair bands you use. They have to be long enough, and they do need to be flat. Some of them have been giving us issues with our machine. You may want to try some types of string that can be tied. Experiment around with that.
If you can't find any elastic or hair bands, you may even have to use ribbon. Get creative with that. I think you have to be real careful here to leave enough room and to remember to leave, because this is where I started, this is where I'm ending. I have to be really careful to leave a space so that I can turn it right side out.
So we're taking our pins out, and we're going to turn this right side out. So our next step is going to be the pleats.
This is often the hardest step because it's real hard to get the pleats to line up right and have enough room for all three of them. You want to try to make them about even.
So we're putting 3 pleats on each side, as equal as you can. sometimes challenging. I think that we've had a learning curve with a lot of these things because we're not expert sewers like many of you that are watching the video, but there's hope because if we can do it, you can too.
You want to
Again,
start about halfway this time if you can, and just be mindful when you go back to the part that you left open, just be mindful that those two edges, I can't locate it right now, but be careful that those two edges are folded over
it might
tightly.
be on the other side.
Probably is because I haven't found it. Anyway.
You're gonna take your pins out as you're sewing over each one, or you take all three out and put your finger on?
I go ahead and do two because the foot usually clamps the first one down and the second one I just hold.
Okay. Okay, so she has completed going over the pleats, and
I'm just going to continue. And actually, oh, here it is. I warned you about it. But actually, when we get back to where we started from, we're going to go around it again to make sure it's all tight and secure and it won't come undone.
third and final step then is to go over the seam one last time.
The only thing you'll have to be careful of is to try to go over your seam again if possible, or as close as you can get. And I'm done.